Matthew Stafford's experience over the career in the NFL has paid dividends in the fact that now he is much, much better at dissecting defenses and anticipating throws well before it's time to even throw the football. And we are going to break this one down because this is a prime example of a veteran quarterback throw and a quarterback who hasn't had the experience and would settle for a check down. Let's take a look at this in a little bit different manner. Now, Matt Stafford takes his football. And this is a very, very good design play. Now, right before Stafford throws this football, you see there's actually 3 open targets. You got a guy out here in the flat, right? This is a good pickup. He'll probably catch this football and have a possibility of getting a first down. You got a guy right here who could catch the football over the middle, wide open in the zone. Good chance that he picks up 6, 7, maybe even 8 yards after the catch. Again, good pickup. This guy here is about ready to settle down right in front of the safety. And this is technically the guy that a quarterback would normally throw to. He would throw this football right now, bam. He would catch the football right before the safety got there. It'd be close to a first down. If he was able to catch it, maybe make a move, he might be able to pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards and a first down. These 2 guys you don't look at as open. You do not. But you realize, Matt Stafford realizes these guys are in zone coverage. And this receiver is going to take a post route inside and bring the corner with him. And the tight end is going to take the out route. And there's an open space that's going to be created right here. And that's exactly what Matt Stafford goes to. As he throws the football, neither of these guys are technically open yet. No one's looking for the football, but he's throwing the football already before anyone's even ready to catch this football. The closest guy is the corner, but he's covering him. He's about to hand him off to the safety because he's got the deep out route right here. But in doing so, he's going to have to make a long turn in order to make sure that he's behind the tight end. Otherwise, the tight end will catch it and run right past him if he tries to stop and then cut back this way. So he has to do a turnaround. Stafford knows this, drops the ball beautifully. And the accuracy in which he throws this football is perfect. Right over the shoulder of the tight end without him even missing stride. Drops it right in his breadbasket. Gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. You can't ask for a better throw, let alone better anticipation. He just threw a dime right there, right down the line, before anyone was even open. And when he did get open, he was wide open. Beautiful anticipation, beautiful throw. Matthew Stafford can throw a football like a cannon. And on top of that, he has pretty good accuracy when it comes to ball placement, especially with the fact that he knows what type of receiver he's throwing it to, and he knows how to use that receiver's body type and natural abilities to the advantage. On this play, as you watch, my goodness, it looks like he's throwing this ball high and behind Kenny Golladay for the touchdown. It doesn't look like that good of a throw, but in fact, this was a perfect throw, exactly where he intended to throw the football. Why is that? Well, let me show you exactly what's going on and what Matt Stafford sees as he throws this football. He steps back. He's eyeing, first off, he knows right where he's going to. He's going right towards Golladay. He knows where he's wanting to throw. And he knows that he's got 2 safeties sitting back here. And this guy is going to break on the ball. He knows it. So he ain't got a lot of time to get that football there. So he's got to launch it like a cannon. And he also knows Golladay has a taller body than the safety that's guarding him. So he's going to need to throw it high, give Golladay a chance to catch it, and not the safety. Now, with the safety, as soon as he throws the football, the safety's expecting the ball to be over here to lead Golladay. So the safety's going to break towards that spot. Stafford adjusts the throw to throw behind the safety slightly and behind Golladay so that Golladay could use his size and arm length, his natural God-given talents, to be the guy who can only be the guy who can catch this football. He throws it beautifully high, and as you can see, this safety has no chance at that football. Golladay does. Only because Stafford knew exactly what Golladay could do and what he could not do. And this was a beautifully thrown ball and an absolute gorgeous catch, which ends up being a touchdown as he falls down and crosses the plane. So Matt Stafford knows how to use everybody's traits, their positive traits, to the advantage of throwing the football. If he knows that a guy can block out, he throws it in front of the receiver and low or something, or high. Something of that. If a guy's tall and can catch a high 50-50 pass, like Golladay can, that's what he'll use it for. Beautiful, beautiful throw. Matthew Stafford has a utility belt of weapons that he uses in order to help his receivers get open. And some of these are not utilized by other quarterbacks in the NFL. Some of them are forgotten tools to be used in the NFL. And here, Matt Stafford, he uses one of those tools to perfection. What tool is that? The pump fake. One way of being able to get a receiver open is to use a pump fake when a receiver makes a cut that you know he's not going to be using. Let's watch this play. This is beautifully done by Matt Stafford. As we watch, you're going to have right here, keep an eye on Hockenson. Right here. He's going to make a slight cut on this linebacker right here. And he's watching him. He knows, the linebacker's going to come up on him. And watch when Hockenson makes this cut. Look, he fakes the pump fake as soon as he did the pump fake right before he made the cut. Right before he made the cut. Watch this. Watch him. There's the pump fake. There's the cut. What's that do? Watch how badly this makes the line. Look, the linebacker, boy, he bought on that pump fake and that cut so badly. Oh, man, he don't look smart now. Now this tight end is open for a quick shot down the field. Even though there's a linebacker here, there's no way he's going to get to him in time. Let's just throw a rocket down the field because he's past him. He catches the football. Had the tight end been able to stay on his feet, that's a big gain. Big gain. He wasn't able to. But the fact of the matter is, Matt Stafford can utilize a pump fake in combination with what other wide receivers and receivers do in order to help sell the fake cut. Oh my God, that is terrible. This dude needs to go home and put his helmet down and just quit playing football. He just got burnt bad by the quarterback. Ooh. And Matt Stafford is going to bring that utility that a lot of quarterbacks can't use. And it wasn't even a big play. It was just a shoulder. See how he just his shoulder, just a little slight shoulder nudge. He didn't have to get rid of it. You know something else about this? Watch how he holds this football. He's got it high, both hands on it. Both hands. Even on the pump fake, both hands on it so he does not fumble it. Then he launches. My goodness. And his release is so fast. And his accuracy, great. That's a beautiful play by Matt Stafford. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please take a moment, smash that like button, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified next time I go live or upload a video. I go live once a week, at least 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday, and I upload videos all the time for the entire NFL. So please, give me a follow, smash that like button, and until next time, have a good one. It's one thing to have a cannon, and it's one thing to have a cannon and accuracy. And then it's another thing to have cannon, accuracy, and to be able to lead a receiver so that he does not have to slow down and he's able to catch the football and gain yards after catch. And Matthew Stafford on this play does that absolutely perfectly. Even with pressure in his face, watch how Matt Stafford deals with this. Here's the play action. Fakes the handoff. Steps back. Here comes the blitz. Running right into his face. As he's coming, as this guy is getting ready to hit him, he sees the crossing route. He knows it's not bad coverage. It's not bad coverage at all. But watch. Throws the football. Boom. Gets hit. Watch where this ball lands. Perfectly. Right over the shoulder. Right in front of the helmet of the receiver. Right in front of the... You can't cover this any better than what Kenny Moore is covering him right here. You can't. This is tight coverage. But that you cannot defend a perfect throw when a receiver is running away from you. And that's exactly what Matt Stafford did here, was placed a perfect throw on a crossing route to a receiver in step with that receiver. So he did not have to slow down. He didn't have to try to speed up. It was in perfect step with that receiver's route. He was able to catch the football right in front of the defender. All the defender could do then is just tackle him, try to wrap his arms up, maybe smack the ball out. Wasn't able to do so. Touchdown. My goodness, Matt Stafford made that look easy. And when you have quick receivers, it doesn't even matter how fast your receiver. It doesn't matter how good your receivers. If you could throw a receiver who's covered that tight, when you have a receiver who can actually get wide open, that just makes it that much easier. But this right here, this is impossible to defend. Impossible. You cannot defend the perfect pass. And Stafford has the ability to do that. So one of the most important things that a traditional pocket quarterback like Matt Stafford has, that he needs to be able to do well, is slide around in the pocket to avoid pass rush. And Matt Stafford does that very well. I mean, your traditional scrambling quarterbacks can just take off and run and go for yardage or whatnot. Guys like, Allen and Murray and Mahomes and Russell Wilson. But Stafford is not that guy. Can he run? Yes. But he's a pocket quarterback, so he needs to be able to avoid the pass rush. Now, when you avoid a pass rush, sometimes it throws your timing off with your receivers. But when you have an incredible cannon, if your timing is thrown off even by a second or a second and a half due to avoiding a pass rush, you can make up for that by throwing the football like a laser missile down the field. And this is exactly what happens with Matt Stafford on this play as Hicks crashes in on him and makes him adjust in the pocket. Let's watch. Now, as you see, here comes the ball. Hicks coming right up the side here. Watch this. Gets the pressure. Now, he has to sidestep, then step up, reset. And watch how fast. Look at that. That is a laser beam to the receiver. Now, the problem is that ball is late getting there. So he had to throw that rocket laser beam. Why? Because normally he would be throwing this football right now. He would throw this football right now. Right before the receiver would stop and turn around, he would throw this football so he could catch and turn and run. But he's avoiding the pressure of Hicks. He's got to step up, so he can't throw this football right now. So he's a hair late. So he turns, resets, and rockets. Now, the rocket makes it a little tougher to catch. I don't care who you are. When you have to throw the ball as hard as Matt Stafford just threw that football, that makes the football a lot harder to catch. But he's able to hit the window, and he trusts in Marvin Jones to catch it, especially if he puts it right on the money like he did right there. Now, let's look at this at a different angle, because this is a better angle. Now, traditionally, I don't know. You could argue that there was a hold right here by the left tackle on Hicks, but that's neither here nor there because we're talking about Matt Stafford not blocking, okay? Watch how quickly, after he slides to avoid this pass rush, how quickly he resets his feet and his shoulders to line himself up with the throw. It is amazing. He's got such a quick release and a quick ability to reset himself, which is a huge benefit. Because right here, this is where he steps. Now, look, bam. Just one quick motion to reset his feet. See, he just avoided. He can't throw. He's reaching out for him. He's like, nope, you ain't getting this football out of me. Now he's away. Now look, in one fluid motion, he turns his entire body, sets his feet, his shoulders, and it's perfect. Even when he stepped, he completely, in one fluid motion, reset his feet, his shoulders, his hands, everything in a blink of an eye to be able to launch this football as quickly as possible. And that is a cannon that he just launched. And still got to the receiver in no time flat. That's a beautiful throw. And that right there is a rare ability to be able to reset and launch that kind of a ball. Not many quarterbacks ever in the NFL are able to do something like that. And this is a play that absolutely exemplifies everything you want in a quarterback. And this is Matt Stafford versus the Indianapolis Colts. You want a guy who can avoid the pass rush, extend a play, launch a ball with a cannon 60 yards in the air downfield, lead a receiver open even though he's covered fairly tightly by a top-notch cornerback. Look no further than Matt Stafford. Let's take a look at this. All right, so first and foremost, this is Xavier Rhodes guarding the receiver. Xavier Rhodes allowed only a 64 passer rating in 2020. 2020, he gave up a 64 passer rating. That's pretty darn solid. He only gave up a couple big plays, this one being one of them, and it's not because of how he was defending this play. He actually had this pretty good. He takes the outside edge, lets him take the inside. Now, normally you don't give the inside edge, but he had safety over the top, or so he thought. And that's why he gave the inside edge. But the safety had to cover another receiver. Stafford is able to avoid two different guys in the pass rush, step up to the 15-yard line, and launch this ball downfield. Now Xavier's a step behind, but he closes quickly because the receiver is looking for him. Now, because Xavier is behind by a couple steps, he's already well downfield. Okay, well downfield. He can't take his eyes off the receiver, which means he can't look back at the quarterback to see where the ball is being thrown. If he looks back, he's going to lose even more steps on him. But the receiver does. So the receiver sees where this ball is thrown. Oh crap, this ball is thrown towards the middle of the field. Why? Because there's no one open. There's no one down here to cover. He's got from here over down the field, he can throw the football to. So he throws it in the middle of the field so that the receiver can run to the receiver. He legitimately throws him wide open here. Rhodes has to adjust. Easy catch. That's 61 yards through the air. On a rope. 61 yards on a rope. My goodness, when you do passes like this, it absolutely will open up the run game. I mean, you can't have 73-yard pass plays, which is what this ends up being. A 73-yard pass play all the way down to the 9-yard line. You can't have pass plays like this and expect the defense to be crouched up to stop the run on the next play. I mean, it's just, you're going to open up the deep. Look how they are actually, this team is actually built right now. They're not up. It's a 4-man rush. The linebackers were back. They were defending the pass. And yet still, a 73-yard pass play. And it was a 4-man rush. It's the Indianapolis Colts. They were able to get pressure. And the pressure came right up the middle to start. This was DeForest Buckner getting pressure on him. Stafford holds on to this ball, extends the play forever. And is able to actually, what's Buckner here? Gets off of him. He goes to another guy. Gets off of him. Pushes him out of the way. Gets in Stafford's like, oh crap, I don't want those big arms on me. Steps off to the left. Then there's Ben Banagoo. Oh crap, can't keep going that way. Steps back inside. Never taking his eyes off the field, downfield. Sees where he wants to throw it. And launches. Oh my goodness. And what a throw. A rope to lead the receiver open down the field. Right in the middle of the field. That was perfectly thrown. And all that does is just open up the field even more. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Not many quarterbacks in the NFL can do that either. There's not a whole lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that can throw deep sideline passes in tight windows. Why? Because of tight windows. You got to have a cannon and accuracy. Both. Phillip Rivers could not make this pass because he just doesn't have the cannon to make the window. Now, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Watch the throw on this. The rope. He places this football right over the shoulder of the receiver between the corner and the safety. That is perfect. He throws this football perfectly. Look where it lands. Boom. Right in front of him, in stride, along the sideline, while sprinting. Right between the corner and the safety. Beautifully done. That's a nice big gain. It's going to end up being about 30 yards down the field. Good Lord, they're at the 20. He's going to make it to the 50 about. Right? Caught. Bam. 30 yards down the sideline. Again, not many quarterbacks can do that. Matt Stafford can. And he's still got plenty of strength and arm in that arm. He'll be able to do that for a few more years at least. He's going to make some team incredibly happy with the arm talent that this guy brings to whether he stays in Detroit or whether he's traded. With Stafford wanting to be traded, this guy's going to upgrade just about any quarterback room on any team in the NFL, save maybe 4 or 5, just from the arm talent alone. Now, Matt Stafford, as I said, is a pocket quarterback, and he's good at maneuvering around in the pocket in order to extend the play. But when he sees open field in front of him, he may not be a traditional scrambling quarterback, but the boy can run if he needs to. He doesn't do it very often. But when he sees that open field, you better believe that he can take off if there's too many people not in front of him. That is a beautiful run right there to pick up a lot of yards. And on top of that, he knows to slide. He's not going to try to take extra yardage. He's got the first down, slide, live another day to throw another play. That's not bad. That's not bad quickness at all when it comes to that. So I mean, it's not like he's Phillip Rivers or Tom Brady or Peyton Manning back there as a pocket quarterback. He's got some legs. He's not Kyler Murray or Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes or, Josh Allen. But he definitely can do it when it's needed. So that's just another aspect that you can have, along with the fact that he has one of the most talented arms in the NFL today. Now, of course, I saved the last for what I think he needs to work on, and I think he'll have the ability to work on it depending upon the team that he gets to. First off, he knows he's got a cannon, and he loves his tight ends because he feels that, receiving tight ends have an advantage over linebackers because linebackers generally aren't that athletic. But that's because he's been on the Lions, and the Lions, he's not been on a team with a very good athletic linebacker. He needs to be on a team with a good linebacker in order to improve this. But he feels that because he has a cannon and good tight ends, he's able to throw a football into tight windows with linebackers covering. Here, Eric Kendricks obviously shows that he's got the ability and the athleticism to keep up with tight ends, look back, catch footballs. Matt Stafford will try to throw tight windows against linebackers. Now, let's say Matt Stafford goes to the Indianapolis Colts. Just to say, because, I am a Colts fan. He'll have a couple incredibly athletic linebackers in Bobby Okereke. Oh, and yeah, 3-time All-Pro Darius Leonard to be able to work against in practice. So things like this will be less likely to happen because he'll understand the range and ability of athletic linebackers. But unless he gets on a team with an incredibly athletic linebacker who can make plays like this, like Eric Kendricks just did, this is an area that Stafford will still need to improve upon and may or may not do so depending upon the team that he gets to. But I think this is a small price to pay for having a guy with the talents that Matt Stafford has, considering it's not like he throws a lot of interceptions. He doesn't throw very many at all. He has one of the better touchdown to interception ratios in the NFL. It's just, this is something that he really could use a little help working on. Hey, I want to thank you guys for watching my film room here. I really appreciate you guys coming in to check out Matt Stafford. Hope he ends up going to a team that you're rooting for. And don't forget to check out other stuff that I have. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. That way you're notified. Hit that bell. And until next time, as usual, I'm Lawrence Owen for Colts Law and this film room on Matt Stafford. Have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.